Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up? My mic was muted. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the ASOTV podcast for the Vampire Diaries, Season 6, Episode 10, Christmas Through Your Eyes. I am your unmuted host, Dom. With me, you can find my in-the-dark co-host,
It is
Heather.
so dark. I'm not used to this. I'm used to all the lights because my camera is usually really dark, and I'm using the new camera, and it's
not so dark.
You should have seen her in pre-show before when she first turned it on and she had the light on. It was just, she was like Casper the Friendly Ghost. All you could see were eyes. That's it. There was just eyes.
I'm really dark, too. Like, I'm naturally tan, so I had this light on, and I looked like a freaking ghost.
Yeah. And down below is Nikki, a.k.a. Omikins. Very, very festive tonight for our Christmas episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor Bonnie.
I'm there with Bonnie in spirit.
Poor the tree behind me. Just poor Bonnie. We saw Bonnie attending the tree ceremony all alone. I mean, we had her in the flashbacks, but parallel to the flashbacks, she's all alone decorating the tree. She got so fed up and aggravated with the whole thing, she ends up burning it at the end.
Fire!
It was sad. Poor Bonnie.
Bonnie.
What'd you guys think of this episode?
It was really good, actually.
I really liked it.
A lot of good things happened, and I think our original theory that we had back in episode 1 came true, and I think we predicted that the barrier around Mystic Falls was coming down for the mid-season.
Yeah, so. We totally called that.
Yeah.
Totally called it.
We definitely didn't say that we knew. We didn't call
know
the
how.
right.
Yeah.
No. You know, there was a lot of speculation. I wasn't expecting Kai.
No.
I suspect something along with the Gemini Coven, so I guess it's...
That's true. You did have that theory.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda.
It's you
were kind of there. You were on the right track.
I was on the right track.
Wrong train, but on the right track.
Yeah.
But Kai had a lot of tricks up his sleeve this episode. His little murder trick to get into the hospital to get to Joe. That was very clever of him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then we see this discussion going on with Kai, and it was the twins. You know, and how to get the knife back, and you know, it was all this. And it's like, why were the twins even working with them? And it's like, you know, it's kind of set up what we found last week with Tyler, you know?
Yeah, the twins are sitting here like, we need to get Joe in on this because we don't want to do this.
Well, I can't say they don't. Luke does. He wants to go through with it.
Yeah, Luke, he just wants to do it because the Coven wants him to. But Lev is, you know, all rebellious and being like, hells no.
Did you think they would be up for working with Kai? I mean, he tried to murder them as children. That's traumatizing.
Liv wanted to work with Kai. Luke was like, no. This dude chased us around with a baseball bat when we were 4.
He presented it to them in a way that it was actually an alluring idea, even though it was Kai.
Yeah. I mean, as far as the twins and all that go, and I mean that whole kind of storyline, I can't stand Luke. I hate him. I don't know what I hate Luke. Like, I want him gone. I want him completely gone, never to be seen again.
He is really annoying.
Yes.
Like, he whines a lot.
Well, no, the person that whines probably the most was Liv, but you know, she's kind of I've rationalized her self-loathing and attitude, and like, you know, she's kind of like this gothic witch, you know, without the brooding. You know, without all the dingy, dark colors and brooding. She was like this gothic-style witch that just had, you know, she had that kind of attitude toward her.
Right.
You know, and it was up until a few episodes ago, I completely hated her. Like, as soon as they rationalized it, I was fine. I was like, you know what? I can feel for her. Everything she's done, it makes sense.
It all makes sense.
It all makes sense. But then you have Tyler following her around like a lovesick puppy, and I want to strangle him.
He fell right back into the mold that he just broke.
Yeah.
The whole I like the Gemini Witch Coven storyline. I like it, but I don't like what's going on with these two twins. I don't like Tyler's involvement in any of it. It's just like it's a big mess.
Yeah.
But so Joe is all concerned, you know, Alaric's concerned about the dagger and falling into the hands of Kai and all this stuff, and Damon's like, don't worry about it. I got it right here.
We got this.
I got it. Look, it's hidden behind this picture. Let me reveal its secret hiding location, which would be the worst idea ever if you hid it and you want no one else to know where it is. The one thing you do is don't tell anyone.
He's not exactly being very
smart. But he's pulling a Vanna White and revealing what's behind the tile, and like, you know, he flips it around and he's like, it's gone.
Yeah.
You know,
he's not being very brilliant lately. Like,
well, that maneuver was not, but then immediately following that, he puts all the pieces together. He's like, well, Kai can't do magic on his own, so the only two witches we know that would help or are involved in anything would be Luke and Liv. Why would Luke and Liv help him? Oh, because they don't want to merge. And who would be responsible for that? Tyler. He pieced it all together in like absolutely no time. Yeah. Goes and confronts Luke, gets him to spill the beans. You know, is actually kind of genius of Damon.
Kind of.
You know, except for the losing the knife part. But it was...
Well, I mean, he didn't lose it, they stole it.
Yeah, exactly. But it was... You could have put it in a, like, lockbox or something, right? Put a lock on it. Put it in a safe, a vault, because something. They could locate it, but they can't reach it.
Because that would stop witches that can just go tick, 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 with their hands and open it up.
You and your logic. Hide it in Mystic Falls.
Or, you know, hey, Tyler, can you just break through that for me?
Hide it in Mystic Falls where they can't do anything about it. Get Matt to hide it somewhere. That would be the intelligent thing to do. Put it in a vault inside Mystic Falls. Have Matt put it in, like, the Salvatore family house.
Put it in a vault. Yeah. Lock it up with chains, and then throw it under a waterfall and just let it there to,
Hey, Stefan. Hey. The reason I said Mystic Falls is because there's no magic allowed. The witches couldn't do anything about it.
Give it back to Bonnie.
Yeah. But I like the dynamic of that particular scene, though, where, you know, you're seeing it from Kai, Luke, and Liv's point of view, and then Damon's telling the story, and then you think that they're happening simultaneously, and then it's revealed that
they did it beforehand.
The whole Kai and all that was a flashback. Which I really, really like that scene of pulling the wool over her eyes. It was camera trickery, but I liked it. So, outside of that, we had the like we said, we had very Christmassy, festive episode. You know, Sheriff Forbes, she brings Christmas to Caroline because Caroline can't have her Christmas, and
Forbes.
She knows Caroline's traditions. She feels for them, so she has to bring it home to her. She invites Stefan for, you know, this nice awkward little get together. She knows what's going on with Stefan and Caroline.
She knows, but I think she's the sheriff is actually leaning on Stefan because Stefan knew about her condition.
Yeah.
No, Stefan didn't know. He found out at the hospital with Elena.
He found out after she had a run-in with Tripp's men that there was something wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was revealed. So
I don't think he knew like the
he didn't. Yeah, he didn't.
But he knew
he didn't know that it was cancer. He didn't know it was a tumor on her spine. But he knew there was something wrong. They had found something.
Yeah.
And obviously, it had been going on for weeks. The sheriff knew what was going on, and she just wasn't doing anything about it. She was in denial.
Right. I mean, the things got real quickly on the show. Like,
yeah,
this is the first, like, death is a huge part of this show. I mean,
yeah,
almost everybody, I think everybody from the main cast has died at least once.
Yeah.
Or is not currently dead.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Matt's died, you know?
Yes, many times. Yes, the Gilbert ring.
You know, he had the ring. Matt's died. You know, Jeremy's been dead, and then come back, you know?
Yeah.
Bonnie's been dead. She's come back.
Yeah.
Elena, Damon, Stefan, currently dead. Enzo's currently dead. You know, it's just like almost everybody's dead. But this is the first time where it's like, you know, Sheriff Forbes. It's like
someone's dying from something that can't be cured.
That's natural.
Can it be cured? That's the thing. We don't know for sure.
They already.
Stefan said we've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Curing cancer. If it cured cancer, don't you think we've heard of it by now? But they still haven't tried it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's been tried. I mean, it's not like vampires are, you know, walking down the street. You know, every second person you see is a vampire. But there are enough out there that it would have been tried. Yeah. And the reason why they haven't heard of it is because it hasn't worked.
Either that, or even, you know, what if somebody was just in the beginning stages when they got turned and didn't know it?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I mean, to be turned a vampire, that would cure it.
It brings a whole lot of like things. Would vampire blood accelerate it?
Maybe.
You know, like, because it's the tumor itself. It's not like a wound or something. You know, like we see all the vampire blood healing. It heals wounds. That's what we've seen. But it also accelerates healing and accelerates various things. So it can accelerate the growth of the tumor.
Right. We've always seen vampire blood put things back, not take them away.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so a tumor and cancer, that's something that needs to be taken, not given to, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe they could potentially, even if it's in like an area that they can't operate on, so to speak. You know, it's, what did they say? It was a spinal tumor?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, and it was lower brainstem, they said, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give her vampire blood and then just hack the tumor out.
The cancer's still there, it's spreading. Meaning it's not just in the tumor anymore, it's other places.
Yeah, like they said it was spreading quickly. It's not even a slow progression. It's terminal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of the somber moment of this episode. It really brought things down.
It did, because, you know, we expect, you know, all this supernatural death. We expect it. We don't, it just kind of like, we're like, whatever. It's been happening. This is completely new. Yeah. And it actually kind of like gives you a good kind of like stabbing feeling in your heart a little bit, I mean, because it's real. It could
happen.
It's real. I mean, I could wake up and, you know, the neighbor, I don't know the neighbors, but I mean, if I knew them, but I mean, people I know can get this sickness. Yeah. That's where it's heartfelt. That's where it makes a real thing happen. Right. The eyes.
What about giving her vampire blood and killing her?
If she were to be turned, yes, she would be cured. That's how that works.
But I don't think that they really want to turn her.
No, they don't want to turn her.
I'm positive that they're gonna try to explore different ways to save her, but I mean, if they can't, inevitably, and that comes down to a choice.
It's gonna come down to the choice of, do you want your mom to be turned, or do you just want to let her go?
Yeah.
And we all know how Miss Forbes was in the very first season. You know, she hated vampires. She was part of the Mystic Falls founding family secret society murder vampire team, you know?
And now she's covering up vampire mishaps. What's going to happen when she's gone and a new sheriff comes along?
Yeah.
It's going to be trip all over again, except it's law enforcement.
Right. Yep. And this could even be I'm not saying that the by any means that this is them planting cancer on her, because you can't do that, but I'm saying like that whole group of you know, Tripp's team, I think, is going to take advantage of this situation.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
And we're going to see shit go down really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So
You're going to have people trying to step up to take her place, and if the right person gets in there, they're going to be working against everybody.
you mean the wrong person.
The right but wrong person.
The right but wrong person. If their right person
Yeah.
It's
gets
the
in
town's
there.
right person, but it's
Yeah.
the wrong people for the actual show.
Right. You know, and with what Kai did in the show with the whole barrier thing.
Right.
I mean, it's putting a whole new spin to all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Kai sucked out all the magic from the Traveler spell. And I mean, that was brilliant.
That motherfucker is smart. I will give him that. He is the right kind of psychopath.
He is so clever.
It's not just him. It's even the... I gotta give props to the writers, because I didn't even see this coming. And usually I pick up on little shit like that. You know, like we knew he was a magic drain, like a battery, so to speak, where, you know, he sucks the life out of, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I did not even consider taking the Traveler spell and sucking it. Usually I'm good at stuff like that. But, you know, I loved Alaric when he was like, why isn't he talking? He never stops talking.
No, that was Damon. And then Alaric was like, what? And then he got tossed into a fucking tree.
I was loving how Damon was sitting there just chunking rocks at him. And then Alaric's
we
all,
need him
like,
alive.
mad. Yeah, and then he goes, just throws one at the tire of his truck, and he's like, you might want to go change that. You get out of my face now. Go.
You just called me a dick. Well, you know what I am? Here's a dead tire. Here you go.
Yeah, like that whole thing was beautiful. They're acting like
The bickering between the two of them is great.
they're acting like their bromance just got broken up.
Well, you know, Damon's resentful for what what Alaric did to Elena, and Alaric is resentful for what Damon did to him that put Joe in jeopardy, which allowed, you know...
Bro, hug it out.
But in the good side of that is Joe took her magic back.
Yeah, you know...
She seems to think...
She grew some cojones.
She seems to think that she can take Kai.
Yeah.
She said, give me time.
Yeah.
Give me time to beat him. Let me get stronger than him. I need time. She
needs time to connect back with her magic.
Right, she suppressed her magic. It's been gone for, you know, not even suppressed it. She literally, like, expunged it from her body.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then Kai sucked the magic out of Mystic Falls.
Yeah. Who's stronger now?
The thing is, every time he uses a little bit of that magic, it depletes.
Right.
Yep.
So it's not going to be around forever. They just have
to wear him out.
But,
wear him out, and then get him to the rock bottom where he's beaten down a little bit, and then Joe can go in and do it. But
that was a huge spell. We don't know exactly how much magic is involved in that, and if he's going to have next to infinite power.
I mean, think about how when he was sitting there and explaining it to himself, you know, he explained it perfectly. It's a spell that is large enough to cover everything in an entire town.
Yeah.
So that's magic to cover every rock, every goddamn house, everything.
And they brought up some good points too, like things we didn't even think about. Like,
is
Kai
it a
was
dome?
Like,
is it cylindrical? What's the shape of this thing?
If you fly in a 747 above.
Yeah, like.
Will you burn and die? That's things we need to know.
I loved it. I was like, that's a good point.
That's stuff we didn't even think to ask, you know. And, you know,
so does that mean it reaches below Mystic Falls, like in the well, in the caves, and all that stuff?
Yep.
Well, it's got to go in the caves. It has to. But how far down does it go? We don't know. I don't think it travels to the other side of the earth. You know, I don't think it goes to China or anything.
Well, I don't think China's on the exact opposite of Mystic Falls, but hey.
I'm using that whole dig a hole to China thing, so. But, you know.
I mean, it is really good questions, though. How high up does it go? I mean, is it a bubble? Is it a circle?
I mean, just as quickly as they pose those questions to us, it gets taken away. So
I'm like, it doesn't matter, mine.
We don't even get to find out.
It's all mine.
Yeah, we don't even get to find out. I'm under the impression, though, that it was a dome of sorts.
Yeah, It seems like it would be a dome.
I don't know how high it would have went, because it can't just be like a straight line, because then that would extend out into like outer space, you know? So
can't even get in a spaceship and go over Mystic Falls.
And the Earth is constantly rotating, so that would offer terrible problems if you ever flew out of the
What is there? What if there's vampires on Mars and it reaches there? It's like, oh, they're fucked.
Just all of a sudden, there's passing this one little circle. Everything.
It's like a death ray.
It's like fucking playing StarCraft.
It's like Earth is the Death Star.
It's the Death Star. Was that Alderaan?
Jeez. But on the bright side, now that the dome laser beam of death is gone,
Yeah.
everyone can go home.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is true. I mean, a lot of them already went home. Like, the whole, like, oh, brother, I love you. Thank you for my car.
Yeah, that was an awesome Christmas gift.
Yeah.
Rebuilt it from scratch, and now we find out why Stefan decided to go be a mechanic. Yep. When we were criticizing him, that you could go be anything you want, and you choose to be a mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know why.
Some guy that's being a complete dick for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now we know why. He was rebuilding Damon's car. He had enough. He was he doing this at that point because he knew Damon was coming back at some point, or is he just doing it for himself?
He was probably doing it for himself because he was like all crying and stuff about Damon too.
I mean, not doing it for himself to be like, oh, I get Damon's car now, ha ha ha, but doing it like as a memorial to Damon.
Memento, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, that was good. But at the same time, the border's disappearing. You know, Matt and Jeremy end up capturing Enzo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we find out Matt doesn't want to just kill him. He wants to torture him.
Well, that they're sitting here at the border about to use the border, and they're about to just have a rude awakening.
Yeah, Matt crosses over, you know, very Trip-esque, and Matt actually tripped, fell flat in his face here. Worst timing ever, Matt. You know, you failed. Enzo was starting to burn. You missed it by like 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And
all of a sudden,
he opens the door. Enzo's still alive.
Well, I mean, that's more than what Matt has done in any previous season.
No.
Yes.
Didn't Matt?
Yeah, no.
Didn't Matt kill one of the originals?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh wait, no, that was Jeremy. Jeremy killed Cole.
Yeah, I was about to say no.
He killed Finn.
He killed one of them.
Matt's been pussyfooting behind everybody else this entire time.
I thought Matt killed one of the originals.
I don't think he did. He might have. I think he daggered Elijah at one point, but that's it.
Maybe he threw something at him.
I was completely under the impression that he killed.
Well, you know what? If I don't remember him doing something like killing an original, it wasn't that monumental.
I don't remember it either. But you can't take anything I say when it comes to that, because I watched this series in like
a day and a half.
It was painful. It was a lot of information at once.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably not going to be able to find it in time, but it would have been season 3, if anything. Actually, you know what? Instead of searching Matt, I can just search Cole and
see who killed him.
I love that you could just type KOL into Google and it shows up.
I think Jeremy killed him with the white oak steak.
I know somebody killed him with it was either Matt or whatever, but I don't remember now.
Cole, I just read it. It said go back up for a second. A little bit.
Jeremy kills him with the white oak steak. Okay, so yeah. Jeremy killed Cole, and who killed Finn? Who killed Finn?
Finn.
Everybody!
Finn. I don't,
does it say?
Yeah, Finn was killed in the murder won by Matt Donovan with the white oak steak.
Okay. See, I didn't like Finn. I didn't care for Finn. And I didn't care for Matt. So I guess that just kind of like was expunged by my memories, and I don't give a crap.
Yeah. So, I mean, Matt's done a little. He's not, like, super worthless.
He's worthless.
I mean, he killed an original. That's a big notch.
It was probably just luck. You know, Finn can get distracted with pretty things.
He was super distracted, and I remember. I think Matt, if I remember correctly, White Oak staked him in the back through the heart. It was like, you know, it was weird. If he was leaving like the back door of the grill or something like that, and Matt just staked him, but yeah.
It has fleeting moments of, okay, maybe you are worth something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing here was Enzo, you know, Enzo said something Matt's like, just kill me already. And Enzo was like, yeah, that's only for my enemies or whatever.
Right.
And he's like, you're not my enemy. So Enzo, even though Matt tried to kill him, Enzo does not see Matt as an enemy, does not see him as a threat. Mm-hmm. So...
I mean, he probably sees, you know, a little bit of wanting revenge in Matt's eyes, the way that he wants revenge on, like, Stefan and whoever else. I mean, probably sees a little bit of himself in Matt, and that's probably why he's like, yeah, you're not really, I don't care.
Yeah. Could be. Damon invites Elena back to the Salvatore house now that the barrier's down, and he's like, "Come have dinner. I'm gonna make dinner." So
pancakes.
Pancakes. So Elena goes. She knocks on the door, rings the doorbell, whatever, and Damon answers it, and he's like, "Hello?
Hello?
Domino's?
Domino's?
Is anybody here?" Nope. Okay, goodbye. Meanwhile, we see Elena standing there screaming at Damon, yeah, I'm right here. Hello?
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 Hello, Domino's?
Hello?
So, only to find out moments later that Kai has Elena in a cloaking spell.
Why Elena?
And then kidnaps her.
Why Elena?
Exactly, why Elena?
Because Damon's been pissing him off, and this is sweet revenge. Hey, leave me alone, or the bitch gets it.
I think Kai needs leverage. I think that's what
exactly.
it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, leverage, but I think there's, like, because that was, like, the first thing that came to mind. But I think there's more to it.
There probably is. I mean, we know that Kai doesn't do anything without reason.
He needs that doppelganger blood.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
He's gonna bring back Catherine.
Oh god. No, but I mean, Kai doesn't do anything without reason, and there's always more than one reason to everything he does. Always. I mean, he's a class A psychopath.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the leverage thing, that was the first thing that came to mind, and I was like, no, that's not all. That's not all he wants from Elena. It's way too easy.
It is. It's too simple for him.
Too predictable. So, I don't know.
Other than leverage, I don't know yet.
And that's where they leave us, and I'm like, you assholes.
He needs some kind of leverage because he doesn't have the border to hide behind anymore. You know, he can't escape from Damon. Damon can go follow him everywhere now.
And
His
Damon's
ultimate cosmic power.
Yeah.
Okay.
Itty bitty living space.
That's so not true, because he had the whole world. He had the whole world to himself.
Yeah.
Yep.
What a dick.
It's true.
He had, like, infinite solitude to do whatever he wanted.
I mean, it gets kind of lonely, don't you think? You're living in a capture of 1994. It's not like you have the internet to really use. If anything, you have dial up, and that's nope.
Yeah, and what if your cable goes out, bro? Who's gonna fix it?
But you're stuck watching the same show day in and day out.
You could just go to a freaking Future Shop or Best Buy and grab a new thing and then play that shit up, and it's just gonna be there the next day again, so you never have to worry about that shit.
Yeah. Blockbuster.
I guarantee
that
you.
That thing existed then. That's horrible.
It
I guarantee you Kai has seen every TV show and movie that you could possibly do. That's what I would do if I was stuck in solitude like that. And I can't say that would be the first thing. The first thing I would do is travel the world. Like,
yeah,
I'd go see Egypt and see the pyramids and.
Who's gonna get you there?
Yeah, how are you gonna get there? You gotta
fly a plane.
You get a rowboat.
You trust yourself enough to fly a plane?
Yes. How do you?
Okay.
He flew Bonnie down.
That's true.
He flew Bonnie to Maine.
He probably practiced.
Exactly.
You said that was the first thing you were gonna do. There's no time to practice.
I'll just get a helicopter then. I'll get a helicopter. Those things are easy enough to fly.
Yeah.
It goes up and down and whatever. You don't have to worry about the landing gear. It just goes up and down.
I don't think a helicopter will last to go over the freaking seas.
It's fine. It's fine.
Blub, 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 blub.
So you...
Blub, blub, blub.
Then I'll eject the boat and float out there. I have eternity. And you can't...
Fucking noises, man.
Or I'll just walk across the bottom of the ocean. Kai already said that he can't die. He's already tried.
Can we get the sound effect for when Mario gets hit by a mushroom now?
Oh, that's Mario going down the pipe, sorry.
Yeah, pipe.
You ladies have anything else for this episode?
I can't remember it. Like, I don't,
We're talking about sound effects and traveling across the world in little dinghies. We're not.
In little dinghies. That's Underworld.
So
Underground World.
Next episode is called Woke Up with a Monster, which is actually directed by Stefan, directed by Paul Wesley.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed last year's episode that he directed, so if it's anything like that last year was a very centric Elena and Stefan flashback kind of thing. And it was really done well. It was so... You know, I understand that's not the writer, but it's the way it was shot and everything. I think it was shot very well. So I'm very interested to see him outside of his directorial debut and see what he has learned this time around and see how that comes to be. Mm-hmm. But unlike most of the mid-season finales, we actually have a synopsis for this coming episode, which January 22nd is when this returns. And after Elena being kidnapped by Kai, Damon makes a plan to save her. Meanwhile, Enzo finally gets a secret out of Stefan about Sarah Salvatore being related to him. Mm-hmm. So, not much in terms of a synopsis, but it's there.
It's something. It's more than what we have on some other shows.
However, this is where the fun begins. Julie Plec, creator, has tweeted out 17 spoilers for the rest of the season. Okay? 2 witches will merge.
Okay.
But which witches? So
which
predictions.
Which?
Predictions. Is it going to be Joe and Kai, or is it going to be Luke and Liv?
I think it's going to be Luke and Liv. I think they're going to fuck him over.
I honestly don't know. Because the best thing to happen would be for Kai and Joe to merge and Joe to come out on top. Mm-hmm. That would be the best.
But when does the show ever give us the best results?
Never. Mid-season finale, Joe and Kai merge. Kai comes out as the victor and is even more powerful for the next season.
Well, see, that would be the best scenario until Kai's corruption, his magic and stuff, takes over Joe.
Yep.
And until we realize that means we're stuck with Luke.
Yeah.
So, I'm hoping it's Luke and Liv.
That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping it's Luke and Liv, and
I actually want Liv to survive.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Next, there will be a gorgeous episode directed by Paul Wesley. I wonder which episode that is. Following that, we will finally meet the real Sarah Salvatore.
Awesome.
We kind of got hinted at that in the synopsis, that we learned about her relationship to Stefan, but the fact that we're actually going to see her confirmation, it's nice. Bonnie will return, but when? And how will her experience have changed her? How do you guys think Bonnie's going to be changed?
She's gonna be more super appreciative of everything and everybody. Either that, or she's gonna turn into a bitter hag and want to kill people.
No, I think she's going to be super appreciative.
She's gonna be so appreciative that she's gonna be like a leech on the back of your leg.
Yep. We will get to meet young Stefan and young Caroline in separate flashbacks.
Oh, of course, because that would be really awkward if they were in the same.
Yeah, they can't be.
No.
It's impossible. There's no way you could logic that. It's
No.
100% impossible. So, seeing young Stefan, we haven't seen any of the Salvatore brothers at any age other than what they currently are.
Yeah.
So, that'll be interesting. There'll be a lot, they stressed a lot, of kissing by more than one couple. Ooh, big whoop. There will be a hookup, a breakup, and a makeup. Not necessarily
in that order.
Couple. Not necessarily the same couple. So let's treat this separately. Hookup.
A hookup.
Who do you think we're gonna see the hookup from?
Enzo and Caroline.
Yeah.
Caroline's gonna be so devastated about her mother. He's gonna take it. He's not gonna take advantage. He's gonna be a really nice guy, and she's just gonna throw herself.
He's going to take advantage in the nice guy way.
The thing is, I think he respects women. We've seen in the episodes prior that he really respects them. So he's gonna like try to console her and comfort her, and she's gonna be like, "Oh, he's being really nice to me, and I'm feeling really vulnerable right now."
This
and
isn't the first time.
Yeah. So
this is not the first time he's gone and done something for her, just for her, you know?
No.
I'm gonna say Caroline and Stefan is gonna be the hookup.
It's the worst.
That is, and it's so predictable.
It is. I'm hoping it's Enzo, but I think it's gonna be Stefan. Breakup. Who do you think the breakup is gonna be? The breakup.
Bonnie and
Jeremy.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're kind of split right now.
They are. They've been through a lot.
Yeah. I mean, she kind of just broke up with him, was like, "I'm gonna die," on the phone. She was like, "See you later." And he's like, "What? No!"
Or could it possibly be Stefan and Elena? I mean, Damon and Elena.
I wouldn't be so opposed to that.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. I mean, it could happen, but I don't see that one being the big one.
Okay.
You know what? The hookup could be Damon and Bonnie.
Oh, that would be
Bonnie and Jeremy, and the makeup being Elena and Stefan.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
Well, it doesn't have to be like a couple.
Right.
It could be just friends making up. So it could be Stefan and Caroline making up.
That's my guess for the makeup is Stefan and Caroline.
Yeah.
That's also my guess for the hookup. So.
It's a makeup hookup.
Yeah. You in agreement for the hookup, Heather?
Yeah. There's many possibilities.
I mean, yeah, there's tons of possibilities. Nobody's really kind of sticking to what we've known them to stick to. I mean,
you know what? That is not a fucking spoiler.
Spoiler, there will be blood.
That is not a fucking spoiler. Julie, I'm gonna slap you. That is not a spoiler. We're watching a freaking vampire show. There's blood in every fucking episode.
There will be blood.
There will be blood.
More than one person will die.
Good.
But here's the question. Will they be brought back to life as a vampire?
Of course.
Are they dying, or are they...
The fact that it says more than one person instantly says if one of the witches are going to merge, that means somebody's going to die. So that's someone other than the witches.
Forbes.
So.
Oh, Forbes is...
Probably Caroline Forbes.
No.
Or, not Caroline,
Mommy Forbes.
What's her name?
Mommy.
Her name's not Mommy.
Mommy
Forbes.
Mommy Forbes.
I don't even remember her name now.
She's the one that I thought was a lesbian in the beginning with her daughter.
Oh, jeez.
I did, because I was so tunnel visioned, and I watched the first episode of the season when Mommy Forbes and Caroline were sitting on the picnic blanket, eating picnic together, and I was like, are they lesbians?
No.
I had a moment.
No.
It was a bad moment.
No. Well, her husband, her ex-husband, is gay and ran off with another man. We know that much.
But he died, didn't he? Yeah.
He may have. I don't remember.
I don't know.
I think he did.
It's definitely gonna be one of the witches, and it's gonna be
Someone
Forbes.
else. Probably Forbes.
In some sense. But it doesn't say only 2 people. It says more than 1.
Right.
So we
Minimum
could have
2.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah, minimum
The
of
whole
2.
fucking cast.
The whole cast. The whole cast is already dead.
Elena, she better freaking die.
She's already dead.
No, she's die. Dead.
Like, go away.
Bonnie has a birthday. So not really much to say there.
Oh, okay. Everybody has a birthday.
You know, everybody has a birthday every year, and you know.
Tyler Lockwood takes a stand on behalf of his girl.
He's already been doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Julie,
nothing.
what are you doing? These are not spoilers.
We get to see an 1858 Damon Salvatore.
Ooh.
An old man. Well, a young man.
Maybe this goes. When did they get turned into vampires? Was that in the 1800s or the 1700s?
A long ass time ago.
Because I'm saying, because we already said that we're gonna see a young Stefan. Does that mean we're gonna get to see a young Damon?
Maybe we'll
I
see
don't know.
Damon in the war.
Yeah, I don't know when that timeline is. Elena Gilbert gets a proposition that could change her life forever.
Here comes the angel shit. Oh god.
Here it comes.
Jeremy Gilbert applies to art school.
Okay, that makes sense because that's all he did in the first season.
Yeah,
was
so
raw.
I think this further right here confirms the Bonnie Jeremy breakup. Because if Jeremy's going away to art school, I don't see this working out for them.
No.
Dun dun dun. Alaric Saltzman falls in sweet, sweet love.
Isn't that our...
in love.
Which means Joe survives.
Enzo meets a girl. So that could be the hookup. So you may be right about Enzo, but it may not be with Caroline. So
he's gonna hook up with Sarah Salvatore.
Could be.
Ooh,
that would
not
be...
even realize it.
There we go. No, he would realize it. He would do it intentionally to spite Stefan.
He would do it just to piss Stefan off.
That would be great.
Oh, I love it already.
Caroline Forbes ponders the functionality of vampire blood. So it seems like they may experiment with some of that. So I guess we'll find an answer out one way or the other with that. And that's it.
You know, a lot of those
spoilers. That is our 17 spoilers.
A lot of those spoilers weren't even spoilers.
Julie could have cut out like 5 of them.
At
and
least.
Give us the 12 days of spoilers, instead.
Yeah, that would have worked so much better.
I mean, you could have taken
There will be blood. Come on.
There will be blood. There will be a lot of kissing. Bonnie has a birthday. Tyler takes a stand on behalf of his girl. And Alaric Saltzman falls in sweet, sweet love out. Just taking those out and just give us the 12 days of spoilers. Make it a Christmas kind of thing. And she could have done one a day for the first 12 days. It would have been good. But nope, she just gave us 17 all at once.
No.
But yeah, I think that about wraps things up. You guys have anything else to add?
Oh. Not really.
No.
All right. So
I really would have turned my light back on. So.
And
go ahead, show everybody what you look like as Casper the Friendly Ghost.
It's not that bright. It's kind of like when I turn my light on, or when I do this.
She's like, I'm gonna turn it all up, all of it.
Wait.
She looks like a raccoon right now.
I do. I'm really tired too, though.
No, but that's a lot to do with the lighting. Yeah. So you guys can catch us for when the show returns, January 22nd. We'll be back sometime around then. But yeah. Heather, where can the people find you and your killer shades?
You can find me on Twitch, on Tumblr, on everything in between. Twitter at CHRONYXIA. Chronixia.
Nikki, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyYvenom24.
Excellent. You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. You can also find us on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, Space, and right here on YouTube/ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows.
Ow.
Tune in Wednesday night for our originals. Tune in Wednesday night for our originals finale.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be there.
I should be there.
Till then, see you guys later. That bow. You look like one of the Koopa kids. What is the girl that, Wendy O'Koopa. There we go.
Did you just put on a mustache too?
No. I don't have a mustache.
Thank God for that.
I don't have anything that's like mustache equivalent nearby either.
Just grab a Sharpie, that's good.
I actually have been playing with one this entire time.
Me too.
I'm like sitting here like opening it, closing it, and I'm like, I looked at it too, and I was like, if I drew a mustache on my face right now, how hard would that be to get off?
Pretty damn hard. You'd still
No,
have
I
remnants.
have nail polish. I have nail polish remover.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
Well,
just hard to
that'll do it. But I was gonna say, otherwise you'd still have remnants of that on your face for the originals podcast.